Let's take a quick moment to look at SharePoint. SharePoint's going to become more and more important to the Dean College community. So I want to give you an orientation how to follow different sites that are important to you, that you want to keep an eye on, and just give you an overall orientation to SharePoint. So the first place that we're going to start is opening up a web browser and going to office.com. And this will bring up your overall site. And over on the left-hand menu, you can access, for example, your Outlook. And to check your email, you can go to Teams, which is on a website. You can also activate Word and a variety of other programs. On your dashboard, it'll show you current activities, things that you probably should check out, as well as quick access to different files. But what I want to do is go to SharePoint. Up in the upper left-hand corner, you have what's called the app launcher, these 9 dots. Click on that, and one of the items that is listed there among other programs is SharePoint. So select SharePoint. That will open up into a new tab. The first place that you're going to come to is your SharePoint dashboard. And on your SharePoint dashboard, you are going to see news from various sites. So depending on what site that you're following, they may be sharing news like I am doing with my post. And also it lets you know what sites you're following, any traffic from recent sites, and just information that you can follow. You'll have a list of your frequent sites, and the ones that have the dot or star filled in are sites that you are actually following. And on the frequent sites, you can also see all the frequent sites that you have. Over on the left-hand side, the very top one is your start page or dashboard. This is what we're looking at right now. Below that, you have your sites. So sites that you frequent, sites that you are following. And you can see more of your different sites that you're following by selecting it. And these are the sites that I happen to be following right now. Go back to the home page here. You can always get back to your home page by clicking the appropriate icon. And then you have my news. So news that is being shared across the sites, you can see that particular news. Your files, these will show you your recent files, and it's not all your files. And then finally you have lists. I don't have any lists right now. This is something that I will be exploring. So here we are looking at, the dashboard, and perhaps, you just want to follow a site or keep an eye on a site. You can start from a variety of different places, but one of the places is, from a news item that shows up. So you can select that particular news item, and this is the one I posted on the instructional technology and design. And up in the upper right hand corner, you will have an option to follow or not follow, right? So I can just toggle this on and off if I want to follow a site. That is kind of important because this will show up. If you're using SharePoint on a mobile device, you will see the news. So if you want to stay abreast of news that's happening on different sites, you definitely want to make sure that you're following. And then within your particular site, you have a list of items. And I'll take you to one of the sites that I use all the time, and that just happens to be my library team group. And so this is quite busy with a variety of documents that we have. I can look at those documents specifically. This is a file structure, and how we normally work in this is basically the foundation for a team site. And so with that team site, I can click on general and see our file structure. So we had moved our T drive in here, and that's how we keep track of this. This is one of the sites, and as you can see up in the upper right hand corner, I am following this. Another way to find sites or things that you want to follow is you just click on the search at the very top of SharePoint, and I'm going to type in library and do a search on library. And so it'll show me a variety of things. First of all, it'll show everything. And, this can kind of be overwhelming. You have an opportunity to filter it. If you're looking for an Excel file or a PDF, you can select that and apply. And now it shows just very specifically PDFs. Or I can click on files. And so this shows me all the files related to libraries. I can look at sites. Here's all the the different sites. So one site, for example, is the library design group. And if I go to that particular site, that I am not following it. So this is a site that's pretty dormant right now. Basically, we redesigned the library, so I'm not following it. I don't want this showing up all the time. So I just unchecked it and I'm not following. People, this will show you all the folks that are related to the library, any news that we happen to have in the library. And so this was an article that was posted on the library site. So I can go ahead and follow that and, see what information that they're sharing. And then finally, any images that are shared related to the search term library. You can look for people, there's just all kinds of stuff. So really powerful. But it's important to understand that you will only be able to see things that you have permissions to. So if you are not part of a particular group or an organization, you will not have permission for that. So that is a quick rundown of SharePoint. So I would encourage you to go in and look for Dean College Library and go in and make sure that you are following that site, as well as, what's my other site that I want you to look for? Instructional Technology and Design. Do a search for Instructional Technology and Design and follow that particular site. And that way you'll stay abreast of all the news that I'm sharing with you. Thank you for watching.